Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Milk and this is Milk Astrology, and today we're going to be discussing degree theory, but it's actually going to be more of an interesting video because I'm kind of just going to be going over information I've literally just learned this week. I am not an expert. There's so much about astrology where just sometimes certain astrologers will master one thing and other astrologers just won't, and that's completely okay. I did, however, not eat today, and I'm crashing from caffeine. I had coffee this morning, and I had 3 readings and then a meeting with something really cool that I'm excited about that I don't know if I can talk about, so I'm just not going to yet, I think. I'm just going to eat really fast and chat with you guys and go over some kind of like comfortable, laid-back degree theory stuff that I've found out and that I've learned and that I just want to share with you. So yeah, if you're here for that, I'm eating 2 hard-boiled eggs that I got from 7-Eleven 2 days ago. I'm not on a diet. I do actually, like yesterday I ate this, and then later on I had like a foot-long sub and wine and pretzels. So I do eat. I just usually try to eat a little bit more light during the day and then eat heavy at night, which is probably really bad. Probably should be doing the opposite, but I do feel like I get really sleepy easily, so the less food in my digestive tract during the day while I'm working, the easier it is for me to work. And also I have severe ADD, so if I'm tired, I'm gonna have less incentive to work. I'm using sriracha for my egg. And yeah, just gonna a little bit more, you know, and cheers. Not a huge fan of the yellow part. I actually prefer the white part over the yellow part, just because hard-boiled eggs, the yellow part just ain't, it's not it. It doesn't do it for me. This borderline looks like cheetah print from far away, and I don't like that. Gives me strong Leo energy. I look very like 90s principal right now. I dig it. So if your degrees in these are in these specific degrees, it could mean death, and like some pretty severe stuff. For degree theory, the creator of degree theory, or like the originator, I believe, I don't know if he created degree theory himself or if he discovered it. Again, I'm literally learning this as I go. And his name is Nikola Stojanovic. If I am botching that, please correct me. I believe he is Serbian. So yeah, and the theory overall is that every singular degree in a natal chart has a meaning, has a correlation to a specific zodiac sign, and it helps make the overall astrology, or the theory behind the astrology, more specific. And instead of those like vague blanketed statements where you don't really understand like if it's necessarily specific to you or if it's specific to like a collective or like a general reading per se, this really narrows it down. So like, for example, well, first I'm going to show you what every single degree and how it correlates to each sign, and then I will kind of do some like exercises or examples. But yeah, so degrees 1, 13, and 25 are associated with Aries. So if you look at your natal chart, you have it pulled up, and you look at your degrees and you see certain degrees within 1, 13, or 25, you have that Aries influence there. I would say, going off of this theory, that you are like very passionate and quick to want to do things very head on, impulsively. Sometimes you might not think things through, depending on which planets are also affected by that degree. Like if it's Venus at 13 degrees, but say it's in Taurus, I feel like maybe you're still very eccentric in love, despite maybe being told that Taurus is more patient or sturdy. It has that like Aries influence here. And 2, 14, and 26 is associated with Taurus. So again, like, look at your planets, find out the degree next to your planet. If it says 2, 14, or 26, it is associated with Taurus. 3, 15, and 27 are associated with Gemini. 4, 16, 28 is associated with Cancer. 5, 17, and 29 is associated with Leo. 6 and 18 is associated with Virgo. 7, 19 is associated with Libra. 8 and 20 is associated with Scorpio. 9 and 21 is associated with Sagittarius. 10, 22 is associated with Capricorn. 11 and 23 are associated with Aquarius. And 12 and 24 are associated with Pisces. I looked a little bit further into this because I was like, okay, well, like, are there any like specific interesting ones that we should be like looking into, apart from the fact that they have this significance to this sign? And apparently 2 degrees is considered a benefic. It's considered positive, and 2 degrees is respondent to Taurus, and the 5 degree is respondent to Leo. I guess those are very like particularly positive degrees. And then 29 degrees is also considered with Leo. 29 degrees is allegedly a very like positive, or like a degree that makes you look very physically attractive. If you have 29 degrees in your chart, you're probably someone that really stands out. It says prognosis under here, and then in quotations, good degrees. These are just the notes that I formulated off of this degree theory. The bad degrees, which I don't really feel comfortable giving you guys like the definitions of what they actually predict will happen if you have those degrees. I'll let you guys research that on your own, just because like I don't feel like sharing that information, and I feel like there are certain theories in astrology that just aren't politically correct. You know, there's some things in astrology that are just very jarring and very shocking, and sometimes depending on what you believe, they could be things that you are incredibly uncomfortable with learning about, or, you know, digesting. And sometimes they don't have to ring true. If you don't feel like they resonate with you, they don't have to resonate with you. However, I don't personally feel like I want to be the person to tell you the bad news, so I'm just gonna let you look it up on your own. But I do think the okay, so the bad degrees are considered 15, 18, and 11. 15 degrees is associated with car accidents. I'm not going to tell you what 11 is. You can search that, just because I just think it's morbid. And 18 degrees is considered the evil degree. It's funny because 18 degrees is, I guess, in Virgo. So I thought that was just interesting. Not because I hate Virgos, but just because I just think that like the evil genius, I would consider an evil genius be like a Virgo. So I just think that that's funny. And yeah, so 11, 18, and 15. 15 is a Gemini degree, and 11 is an Aquarius degree. So yeah, and then how are these things conducive to the overall sense of like, okay, we have these degrees, we know what sign that they are correspondent to, how do you make sense of them? So let's pull up the big Jupiter conjunction. The Jupiter conjunct Saturn, the Great Conjunction, which is in Aquarius, but if you are a sidereal astrologer, it's going to be in Pisces for you. Okay, so the Jupiter and Saturn align at 0 degrees. In 0 degrees, I personally can't find anything related to degree theory. I do know that it is an anaretic degree in all astrology foundations and theories though, and it does mean new beginnings. The I keep saying Pluto. The Jupiter and Saturn conjunction will be in Aquarius, and it will be in whichever house you have Aquarius in your chart. I might do another video about this if you want to see something like that, so like comment below and let me know. This was supposed to be more of a laid back, like, let's just talk video about stuff, but yeah, if you want to see a like horoscope for your Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, I did make a thread on Twitter, so if you do want to see that thread, it is really informative, and I do kind of give you an overall like what to expect. But yeah, so basically it is at 0 degrees in Aquarius, with Jupiter, the planet of blessings and good fortune, conjunct the planet of disciplinary and responsibility. So basically Saturn wants you to work hard at what you want to go after, and Jupiter wants to give you that like good fortune. However, Saturn is making you work for it in order to receive excuse me, to receive it. And I do feel like with 0 degrees in Aquarius, it's going to be a new era of technology, a new era of like philosophy. I do think people are going to be dismantled. Obviously, there is a lot of talk about presidents getting, you know, assassinated. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but yeah, I guess because, you know, every 20 years a president has been, I think, shot. I'm not sure. I did talk about that more though on Patreon. I did talk about that a lot on Twitter, but off the top of my head, going off of the degree theory, with 0 degrees, it's going to be a new era, a new beginning. And that is why everyone was kind of freaking out, because it is going to be kind of an upheaval. I think we're going to have to dismantle a lot of things that just are not working for us. Saturn is kind of here to like put more responsibility on everyone's shoulders. And if you do want to see like where the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction will kind of be active for you, I would really recommend looking at your natal wheel and looking at like which house has Aquarius, because that's going to be the house that is activated for you. For example, if you're an Aries rising, the Aquarius house will be activated of 11th house, which is community, activism, friends, and also social media. So I would say like this is also maybe a reckoning. You might have like responsibilities you have to step into and face new realities, but you might also get a lot of like positive gratification as well, for hard work and for like earnest work. So yeah, overall that completes this kind of video. I know it was very brief, but like I said, I'm being entirely transparent with you guys. Like, there are so many degrees, like there's so many theories and philosophies in astrology, and I'm just like amused by them. I'm not amused, but like I'm very interested in learning, obviously, because I was obsessed with the odds a long time ago, as you guys know. And even though I think people expect astrologers to like just stick with one thing and stay with it, I like to kind of explore all options and like learn about a bunch of different things. So yeah, if you want to see more about degree theories, I can totally talk more about them when I learn more. However, it does seem like it gets very dark very quickly, and that's why I want you guys to research that on your own. I just wanted to kind of let you know like which degrees mean what. And also, I did post about this on my Patreon, so if you do want to kind of see more details and more stuff going on with these things and with these new studies coming up or resurfacing, I guess, then go on my Patreon. And yeah, overall that completes this very like weird brief video. Let me know if it was helpful, if you liked it, and I will see you in my next video.